3D printing is about to take another step forward. Is it going to be a step? Is it going to be a leap? We're not entirely sure, but we do have some stuff to share with you. So this week, Hero Forge put up a teaser for Hero Forge 2.0, which is looking at full color custom miniatures. Okay, this is a brand new 2.0 system. We believe it's coming to Kickstarter. Ben, is it? Is that the plan, or?
Yeah, so it's going to come to Kickstarter soon-ish. Not entirely sure just yet. Maybe some more information over the weekend and that kind of thing. But from what they're saying, it sounds pretty good. So
yeah,
as I said in the news post about this, they've got loads of the stuff down already. So their system for actually creating the models themselves is pretty robust and pretty deep.
It is, yeah.
And the actual production of the 3D prints themselves at the various levels is very good. So this is going to be that next step for them, which will be very interesting. So.
Bring up the picture there till we get a chat about this. Now,
I'm wondering, can you buy the full color STL?
Right. Here's the thing about STL. STL is now about to be replaced, okay, as a file format. Okay. There's a new file format. I can't remember the name of it, but developed by the guys at Prusa, okay, which is a full XML-based file format for 3D prints that contain not only the geometry, but also contain usage rights and color specifications, okay? So 3D is moving to the point where the one file will have all of the color information as well as all of the geometry. So where this is going to go, I don't know, okay? But I am flipping looking forward to speculating on this show for a while about it. So let's go into the actual image itself. Now, I have been staring at this image to try and work out just how this is done. Because full color till now, okay, has been achieved in a couple of different ways, okay? So one of the ways that full color prints have been achieved has been by using a kind of like a powder-based system, okay? I think Shapeways run it out and they call it... sandstone, I think it is. So I think we have a link to that.
Yeah, so this is some of the miniatures they do.
So this technology is actually a fair age. This goes way back to the start of 3D prints. So originally 3D prints were done by laying down layers of powder with a little bit of resin to hold them into place, okay? Now, the originals, the color pigment was very washed out. It was all a bit...
It's a bit drab looking. The first time we seen this was, 15 years ago, something like that?
Yeah, 15, maybe more.
Yeah, I remember whenever... I think it was either during John's time at uni or just before it, he actually got his World of Warcraft character done out as one of these. So he got it 3D printed in full color. And it was, even the details at that point weren't really, really good.
Yeah.
But again, that's a low poly model.
The difficulty is, even with a high poly model, that powder effect always gives you quite a strange finish. The finish itself is a little bit, I don't know, a little bit dusty looking. It lacks the resolution.
It's like a rough primer went down.
So it could be this. It could be this. This kind of technology that they're using to make that work. The difficulty is if you go back to their image, if this is an actual print,
that looks more like a 3D render.
That's a 3D render right there.
In which case, what is the point? If you're going to do a teaser, surely you would do a teaser of the end result.
One of the key things that Hero Forge has always done, though, is that character creator. So this is probably giving you a teaser of what it's going to look like in the character creator.
So what you reckon is that this is more about them sticking to the software side, which is all about getting color onto your creations, and then how you get it printed out is kind of up to you. You use the Shapeways.
Well, this is what I was going to ask is, can you get the full color file, or will this be an option where they absolutely have to print it because maybe the machinery?
Well, you can already print it through them, but I think it's already done through Shapeways.
Oh, okay, I see.
I think it's done via that route.
I see.
So what this could be, again, this could be a clumsy bit of advertising. I mean, clumsy in so much as it's working well. It's doing the rounds, but it's clumsy in that they're talking about full color custom miniatures, with the focus being on the miniature. Whereas what the reality of this is, maybe Hero Forge 2.0 is more about you having the ability to apply color, and it's less about the technology on how the color is ultimately printed out. In which case, if we haven't got a breakthrough, if that's not a miniature, if that's not what the end result is going to look like, then we have basically the atheist, the dead atheist of technologies. It's all dressed up with nowhere to go.
The one thing I'm wondering as well is how customizable this is going to be for the.
What did they say in
patterning.
the write-up, Ben? Did they talk about did they talk about the miniatures, or are they just talking about the software?
There's pretty much very little else to go on, to be honest, for it. The thing that I would wonder, though, is that it wouldn't seem like a massive thing to go to Kickstarter if you were just going to make it part of the program.
Yeah.
I would assume they're doing this to fund the ability to create it themselves.
They have said it's
and be able to print it off for you. So.
yeah. They have said it's based on existing technology. You know, it's so. I wonder if it's only a render because the Kickstarter is to fund them actually getting their hands on the 3D printers.
Maybe.
Let me talk about two other ways that full color prints or that color prints happen. So another way, we don't have it here, is where it actually slices color paper and puts the pigment into the paper and then applies a small amount of resin. Okay, and it actually builds it up. But the end result, yes, is colored, but it's pretty rubbish from a resolution perspective. You know, the detail on it is not
because
great
it looks
at all.
like layers of paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, like we did a deep dive on this a good while ago where we talked about how you would actually do this. And I think one of the theories that came up was if there was some form of chemical, what am I trying to say? If there was a
Pigment.
way to have, say, a UV cure, but depending on the wavelength would change the color of the actual resin it's curing through, to do your color prints that way.
I don't think that's feasible because at this stage.
I know.
The last way that I know of the color prints are done are by using. You can get a piece of hardware. This is on FDM machines. You can get a piece of hardware which can connect to multiple reels.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what it does is it calculates as it's pulling the reels and then cuts and joins the different colors together so it comes out the other end in one continuous piece of PLA or
Filament,
ABS or filament, but in the appropriate colors for that level of the print. But you're never going to achieve anything
Fades,
close
blends,
to
no.
that render there.
No.
Now, in terms of 3D, in terms of full color, possible 3D prints as well, Secret Weapon have been building up for their HD bases. Okay, so these is a multi-level 3D texturing technique that they have been working on, and again, I'm not entirely sure how they're doing it. And whether it's based on a 3D printing technology or what. The end result looks very interesting, but flat, which makes me wonder if it's using some kind of like a screen print kind of thing.
Maybe even the aquadip stuff you can do.
Yeah,
something like that would maybe go down.
Yeah,
so it's like a transfer going on to it.
Possibly. So there is. The point of this is that they do see.
It doesn't look a lot different from the whole pre-printed sort of HDF type stuff that we've seen.
Yeah.
It just looks like that sort of stuff cut to a base shape.
I don't know. It's.
Well,
it's a really interesting
multi-level
time.
and textured.
Yeah.
Well, they're saying it's multi-level because you can see it's like a mill higher up.
Yeah.
You know, that front one, you can see.
Yeah, it's a marble texture across the whole thing, and they've just cut that.
Yeah, so imagine a plastic base or a resin base or whatever that is, or an HDF base with another layer stuck on top with the color then applied to that. Still pretty cool though.
Yeah. It is cool.
You have to rock them out in color and go, whoo. done. Stick my models on there.
Yeah, job done.
Well, like it means we're getting to the stage. Like one of the last big hurdles for a lot of hobbyists is painting. Like Justin, you're not massively
I'm not
into
a huge
painting at
fan
the
of
moment.
it. I'll talk about that more on the Sunday though.
Yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow. But it's like it is a big hurdle that's there. And even if this technology is expensive to begin with, even from the perspective of buying a single hero models for your RPGs and stuff, this could be awesome. You know, people are willing to invest heavier in one-off models because we already know that the Hero Forge will do the custom poses. You know, you can customize the models to such an extent.
Well, you've
then
got
the ability to then add colors and do the shading.
I have to wonder if each piece of clothing will have just a preset color, or if you're going to be allowed to change that color as
I would
you go.
imagine. Look, I would imagine you will absolutely be able to choose underlying colors, and it will do the shading and stuff like that and all for you. It seems obvious to me that technically that is very doable.
Well,
The
it
key
means
to
that
this
for-
is the output, though, Justin. It's what is the end result. If the end result is that,
yeah, you're happy.
am I happy? If the end result is that,
You're ecstatic.
I'm ecstatic. I think that this industry is about to blow up if the end result is what we see there. If that is an actual print and it comes out like that, and they have found some way to get that quality of 3D print as smooth as that, as detailed as that, because look, all of the fingers are intact.
Yeah.
There's no stepping lines. You know, it's.
Well, that's because that's a 3D render.
But that's what he wants.
This is what I'm saying, though. If
I tell you what, there's one of our club members you should talk to then, Clifford, because he actually got some stuff printed by Hero Forge just to have a look and see what the quality is like that comes out of them.
But I can tell you what the quality is. You know, from our own resin 3D printing, we know that we can now print miniatures.
Oh yeah,
Well, we can print miniatures to a wonderful level of detail with almost invisible levels of stepping and stuff.
well, anybody that
and that's
saw
on a
John's-
£200 machine.
Yeah, anyone that saw John's battle mech that he did just before Christmas, I set it up to run for him. You don't
Yeah.
see the steps in it.
Yeah, it's we know that we can print minis today, but the key to this will be the output because the software is already pretty much starting to be there in the likes of the Prusas and the others from the perspective of adding color. If we can't get it out at that quality, then
No point.
as I've said, it's
Dead
a dead
dog.
atheist.
Yep.
It's all dressed up, no place to go. Well, you know, we're waiting for something else. So yeah,
Very cool.
very
idea,
very
exciting.
interesting piece of news, and I'm very keen to see where that goes.